What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review. I actually just watched the episode, so this might be a quick review because I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. Okay, let me make sure it's recording. Okay, so it's recording. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. So I didn't really take any notes. I was watching it on my phone, on Peacock, and just really wasn't really watching. I didn't take a near note, but I did tweet some things. So let me pull up the episode on whatchamacallit, so I can just go through the scene so I can remember what's going on. Oh, I think it starts off with Shamia. It does start off with Shamia. We could wrap Shamia up real quick. I think her husband is very selfish. I think her husband is extremely selfish to want to put a bunch of women's lives at risk just so he can have a son instead of asking his daughters to carry on his name. That's all he has to do. So when his daughters grow up, the men that they get with tell them, we're not following tradition where I take your last name. My father asked me to keep his last name, so I will be hyphenated, or I just won't take your last name. And you're just going to have to deal with it. A man that she's married, just going to have to deal with it. Part of a man's last name being on a woman, a child, is ownership. That's all that it is ownership. Do not give your children your husband's last name. This is a new lip gloss. I got to make sure it doesn't accumulate in the corners of my mouth. Don't. I really feel like women should get away from that tradition, because the men really don't deserve a lot of men. Most men, I would say 95% of men do not deserve offspring. They don't deserve the privilege of their name being carried on another generation. And that's real talk. Yeah, I don't like this lip gloss for that reason. So we're gonna have to do something else. Bookie. Hold on a second. ELF and Maybelline, they do good. This is Gauche or Go. I forgot what it's called. Not Gauche. It's called Gisu. I don't really like it. Anyways, so I hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I came on here just talking and stuff like that because I wanted to get this review over with, only because I just watched it, and so it's like fresh on my mind. So I'm really annoyed that, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but we all have our Father's Day. You can carry on, you can go down to the court, you can change your last name. You don't have to carry on your father's name. And that's the real talk. Anybody can go down to the courthouse and change their names. Anybody can. Anybody can. Tell them the reason why you want to change your name. I remember the first person I met, whose name she changed her name. And I thought it was so interesting because my grandmother was calling her something else. And then I was like, well, why do they call her Renisa? And then she's like, oh, she changed her name. And I can't remember the reason why. It was tied to trauma. I definitely remember it being tied to some type of trauma. When my grandmother was explaining to me, because I was really young, why this woman's name, why she called the woman a different name, but the woman went by another name because she had changed her name. But my grandmother knew her before she changed her name. So when she would come to my grandma's house and my grandma would call her name, in conversation or something like that, she would call her by a different name. So I was confused and I was just like, what? And then my grandmother explained to me. So you go down and change your name, your first name, your whole goddamn name. Do you hear me? So I feel like Gerard should sit with his daughters and explain to them that he really wants them to carry on his name and do that. That's how I feel. I feel like more, if you really want that, and I feel like more women, I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like any man really deserves to have a woman or children running around with his last name, unless you are like a phenomenal man, like unless you are just phenomenal. And for me, wanting, like, risking women's lives, I don't care how many fucking air conditioners you put in an airport, the fact that you are willing and like encouraging to risk women's lives so that just so you can have a son. And when okay, so basically Shamia is doing she did IVF, or she did surrogacy, and the child was born early because the surrogate had a cancer diagnosis, so the baby came early. The baby has health problems. He wants a son. They got a new surrogate. New surrogate looked like she's right off the street, literally looked like they took her off the street. It looks like she looked like a woman who was in desperately need of some money, and so she came down to the surrogacy bank and was offering up her uterus for Shamia. It didn't take. You heard me right. It did not take. They implanted the lady. It did not take. Sounds like Gerard's sperm is not producing boys or children. So period. Like I feel like after a while, you have to say, it's I have daughters, that's fine. Like and as a daughter growing up, I would feel insulted when I learned the story of what my mom went through, or I watch back Real Housewives of Atlanta when I grow up and watch back to see that what my father was trying to get my mother to do so that he can have a son, as if we weren't enough. I would be so insulted by that. That's just me. They may not be, but I would be. If I grew up and found out my father was willing to risk a bunch of people's lives just so he can have a son and wasn't satisfied with us, me and my sister, I'm cool on you, nigga. So after Shamia's scene, I don't know what happened after that. I gotta see. I really don't remember. Um, what's going on with Cynthia? Nothing's going on with Cynthia. Oh, Phaedra. I think they went to Phaedra. Her son is a style. He actually is sewing, learning how to sew and making patterns and making clothes and stuff like that. So she's gonna have an event where he can kind of show his clothes at this place called the Vault. It's almost like similar to what Marlo has, where you can go in and buy pieces and stuff like that. I don't know if you can rent per se, but it's like I don't want to say it's high end, but it might be high end. It's like a boutique kind of store. I really don't know. Phaedra shares that she is a mortician and she's still working and she's in business with this woman who she's also the attorney for. Isn't that a conflict of interest? Esquires, get down there and let me know. Can you go into business with somebody you're actually the attorney for? I don't know. Is that a conflict of interest? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. It sounds like it is, but I don't know. Kelli. Kelli goes in for her divorce proceedings. So she's going to get a divorce. She goes into the court. Of course, they do not let cameras into the courtroom. After 4 hours, she comes out, still not divorced, but his ass is in jail for not paying child support. To jail. To jail you go. So that was it. So Kelli was feeling, tired afterwards. And she was like, I just want to be divorced. I just want to be divorced. That's what I'm saying. Legally tying yourself to somebody is actually the most insane invention to ever come in a system of humanity. It makes absolutely no sense, especially knowing that the women are really getting married off to be labor. Like it's just another way. How you against slavery, but you for marriage when it's actually you legally tying yourself to somebody to be their domestic partner. I'm talking about back in the day. Today, y'all fall into the same trap. Some women fall into the same goddamn trap, and then they sign up and like they realize they got the short end of the deal. You're realizing like, oh, it's not that. It's not as what it seems. So Shamia comes over to Kelli's house after the divorce proceedings, but she's not divorced yet. He didn't grant the divorce. They had to get a continuance because they had wasted the judge's time. I mean, the judge only gave them 4 hours to like figure it the fuck out. And after 4 hours, he went to jail for not paying child support, and there was no divorce decree signed. So that's it. So now she's back at home. She's talking to her publicist. She just wants it to be over. Shamia comes over, is talking to her, asking her, has she talked to Brit? Brit, no, she has not talked to her since Grenada. Not a peep, not an email, not a text, not a nothing. So they're kind of like, well, damn, she knows that you're going through this divorce thing. What, like, she can't. So I guess apparently Brit is saying that she found out that Kelly was talking shit about her with the stylist thing. And that's what she's mad about. So she's mad because you want to use this girl's entire team, which I think if you were that girl, you would have your own team. But that shows me, that's why, like, it actually, it's unnerving to watch Brit on TV, because a woman who runs around thinking that she has haters, thinking that she's that girl, posing a poser, posing like she's that girl. You don't have a team. You want to use all of Kelly's team, all her team. And I thought it was so weird that in the confessional, Brit is referring to them as the team, as if like we share a team. Girl, she was really just trying to help you out for an event, and you want to use everybody, the people who take the pictures, not just the stylist, y'all, but the people following her around, taking pictures of her, like documenting her day, taking pictures for her. You want to use that guy too? I thought you was that girl. If you were really that girl, you would have all those connections. You wouldn't have to use someone else's stylist. Kelly shouldn't even have had to offer up her stylist if you were really that girl. And the fact that she runs around and she postures like she's that girl, and she's really not that girl. Y'all know that lawsuit, that $20 million lawsuit that she filed against Bravo, is not really a lawsuit. She filed an intent to file a lawsuit. Girl, is you gonna do it or not? What you gonna do? I'm letting y'all know I might sue y'all. But apparently she can't even pay the people to to fulfill the requirement to actually finish filing the lawsuit and then serve the alleged defendant. Girl, you over there playing. You are a fraud, a poser, running around with your fucking clogged up nose, bitch. Girl, I love the way Kelly paid her dust at the end. Girl, whatever. Whatever. But then when you start, we'll get to that. I'll tell you what happened at the end. I almost didn't watch the end. So Cynthia and Portia go over to Brisket's house. Remember, there was a joke that she hadn't invited anybody over. Nobody knows where she lives. So she invited Cynthia and Portia over there. When she invites them over there, um, they're sitting around talking at one point, and Britt shares with Portia that Shamia was talking shit about her. Like, this chick is going around like, you got issues. You fucking over Kelly. You went ham on Kenya. You fucked over Kelly. I guess I don't know if they took it out. They may have took it out because apparently, I don't know if they're gonna show it on the next episode, but she fell out with Shamia because Brisket said something about her child. Now, I don't know if she said something about her child or she said something about her parenting. We know how the people like to act, so we got to see. But it wasn't in this episode. Anyways, so Portia and Cynthia are over her house, and she starts telling Portia that Shamia is talking about her, and goes on to tell her that Shamia showed her text from a conversation that they had, and how she gave her details to let her know that she, like, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Your friend showed me text of your conversation, and it was something about something with a doctor. And then Portia in the interview said it was actually a conversation between her and her therapist that she shared with Shamia. So Shamia sharing a conversation that Portia had with her therapist for Portia, she said that's crossing the line. I actually agree with that. And that's why I said Shamia ain't no fucking victim. It's Ronnie and Trix. Okay, whenever you start to feel sorry for Shamia and she gets all in, oh, my husband, and I just want to give him what he wants. Ronnie and Trix. Just remember, okay? Girl, Shamia ain't fooling no fucking body. And it was so crazy how when she came on the scene, she has the the life, right? But you still corny. You're a corny broad. You still a corny broad. And it just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how many Balenciaga pieces you have, my dear, you are still a cornball. You are a cornball, passive aggressive, people pleasing cornball. That's what I have to say about Shamika. And I'm glad that Brisket gave details of the text message so that she understands, oh, she was sharing some shit that I told her. So now we can see. Now we see. Now we see. Why is it paused? They the same broad. They're the same broad, just a different girl, just a different complexion, just a different size. Same chick. Same manufacturer. The Ivy showroom is my best friend's shop, and we have a business together, and I'm an attorney for her. So Phaedra's going to have an event. She's calling it a black glove event. And so she's inviting everybody. She sent everybody an invitation with some gloves or whatever. So she invited everybody and they're excited. So Kelly, she is the next scene is with Kelly, and she's working with William Sonoma. She says she's been a partner, a brand partner with them for since 2019, I believe she says. And so she does like little cooking segments with them. And so in previous episodes, her and Charles, they said that they were going to challenge each other to a cooking event. Now, this whole event with Charles going against Kelly cooking, and Kelly's a cook and he's, a little home chef or whatever. This is the type of stuff I want to see. I was like, why would they wait until the end of the season to show something like this? This is fun, right? You had a little drama. Somebody paid a guy to walk into the place, tap Angela on the shoulder, and tell Angela that he has a restaurant and that Charles was in there with another woman at this event that Charles was cooking at, Kelly was cooking at. All the women are sitting around. They're going to judge their food. They're cooking. This guy taps Angela on the shoulder and tells her that. Charles doesn't hear any of it. I don't even know if he saw the guy walk up to her, but she was like, what? He was like, I wanted to tell you something, but he was eating too. And that's how I know it was messy, because the way he was eating. Yeah, I wanted to tell you something. Yeah, your husband, I want to tell you something, but I don't want it to have a conversation here. It's about your husband. And so Drew is sitting right next to Angela, and she's like sipping her drink, like trying to listen. And she was like, what are you talking about? Like, Angela's like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I'd rather not have the conversation here while he's eating, girl. I'd rather not have the conversation here. We can have a conversation another time or whatever. Anyways, so they're making bananas Foster, and everybody liked Angela. Everybody liked Charles's food and Kelly's food. They liked both of them. They said that it was a tie. How are you and Brit? She said, we haven't talked since Grenada. Here she goes.
We are very, very good best friends, yeah. Something not right in this waffle mix, girl. What's going on? Like, come on, spill the tea. Let's talk about it. Is it normal not to talk this long? I wouldn't think it's normal, but right now I really have to focus on me.
Such a good question. Angela is really good. Is it normal for y'all not to talk this long? That's me. I'm asking questions. Baby, I get so inquisitive. I be like, so I need to know, right? I need to know. So aren't y'all friends? That's what Phaedra tells Kelly. Isn't that your best friend? Yeah, we're best good friends. It changes, right? We're best good friends. Obviously not. Because Kelly, when after all of that shenanigans and foolishness went on with Kenya, and you were in there, oh, look what's happening to me. My life is going downhill, girl. It's already at the bottom of it. Look at your husband. It's already at the bottom, girl. And you did all that stuff that was happening with Kenya. Kelly's going through a divorce. You don't send her a card. You don't send her a flower. You don't send her a text. Even if you are mad about this little glam squad situation, that's how you know she's a shallow broad, because this is a glam squad. and you're mad because I said I don't want the glam. She and Kelly admitted, she said I did tell them. I did tell them you're really not that girl. If you need my whole team. That's what I said in the comments the other day. If you're really that girl, you wouldn't have needed Kelly to give you a team. So Kelly admitted, I did tell them not to stop working with her because you have my whole team. I pay them. You probably can't even pay them. And I'm waiting for Miss Paris to let us know when him and Brittany fall out, he's gonna give all the tea, and he's gonna be regretful that he dropped Kelly to follow after that clog nose bitch. Paris, that's his name. That's his motherfucking name. Hold on. I don't like that my phone does that. I need to change it. She says that she got mad because she was using her team. And here she goes.
And that is wanting every. They all told me that Kelly does not want them to work with me. I absolutely told my styling team they could not work with her. If you have someone that is wanting every single person from your team,
that's weird.
Down to your videographer, your photographer, your makeup artist, your stylist, your hairstylist, that is weird.
It is weird.
Given I'm really not that girl. Number one rule for a freaking fact.
Okay, so they're talking or whatever. And then that's when Brisket shares with Portia that Shamia was talking shit about her. Portia actually handled it well. Portia said, well, okay, well, I just tell you do what's best for you. Portia didn't really even acknowledge the fact that, oh, she did tell some business because not Kelly, I keep calling her Kelly, right? Because you got her whole fucking glam team and her whole fucking glam squad. Brisket, what girl? She is using her whole team. Yes, okay. So she says, I forgot my train of thought because I was trying to think of a word that started with a B that meant fake, and I couldn't think of a word real fast. That's why I got a little tripped up. I was trying to think of a word that means fake but starts with B, and I couldn't think of one. Fake bitch. Start with F. Fake bitch. Girl. So anyway, so she gave her details of the conversation between her and Shamia, and that's how she was able to then Portia, you could see Portia's face oh, she did tell you some shit. Girl, what the fuck? Hold on. So now that Shamia and Kelly are getting closer, now all of a sudden Kelly is letting or allowing or lending or referring Shamia to the stylist and went shopping with the stylist. Yeah, to get you out of all them fucking labels. Because them labels, when I tell you look like you are like you just came into some money and you've been whoever helped you shop for your wardrobe for this job, they really did Shamia a disservice. Shamia looks like a billboard for a clothing designer. It's like, every ounce of outfit she has on, where it came from. I love it. In in Energy, what's the lyrics in Energy? Beyonce, let me tell you what she says. She says, my labels are so obscure. What does she say? Beyonce, I'm about to find it. Alien Superstar, that's what it is. I know. That stands out to me. That and Shamia, you're not that. You understand what I'm saying? Mastermind Haute Couture. Yes, here it is. Unicorn is a uniform you put on. Oh, baby, you're so unique. It's stingy with my love. It's just stingy with my love. Unicorn is the uniform you put on. Eyes on you when you perform. Eyes on eye. What I put on. Mastermind and Haute Couture. Label horse. Can't clock. I'm so obscure. Unicorn is the uniform you put on. Eyes on you when you perform. Eyes on eye when I put on. Mastermind and Haute Couture. Label horse. Can't clock. I'm so obscure. We could see you coming from a mile away, Shamika. Shamika got every Balenciaga piece for the what was the season for summer, for spring summer joggers. That's what they said.
Are now doing shopping sessions with Shamia, right? You guys left your conversation like clean slate. Don't start over. Yeah, which now sounds like it was broken. She has said so many things, and I've stayed out of it. She showed me text messages between the two of you guys that said you were dealing with your divorce, and your attorney said this is the best time where you need to deal with yourself. So I'm just sharing with you that I've seen all y'all's messages. Well, it actually wasn't my attorney; it was my therapist. So to tell someone what my therapist is telling me in my sessions is it's crossing a line. Do you think that's what a best friend should be doing?
Ugh. When I tell you I do not like Brisk, there's like no redeeming quality about her. I think she is a sloth, a scab, a scumbag, a sewer rat, a garbage disposal mouth bitch. I don't like her. I do not 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 like her. She's whack. Whack as fuck. Okay, let's go to the next scene. So the next scene, yeah. Now here's where the guy. I'm gonna let you hear where the guy comes over there and tells Shamia and tells Angela that this man comes and tells Angela that somebody was. Oh, here it is, right here. This 4th of July sales event is on. You know, I have ads, girl. I don't give a fuck. Ads allows me to get up and do other stuff while the ads play. That's a break. To be sitting like that for 40 something minutes straight is crazy as hell. So the ads I get up and do something. Do some squats, do something, girl. Walk to the damn refrigerator if you want to, but get your ass up when the ads play. Okay, so I'm gonna let you hear. I want you to hear what this guy what this guy says to Angela.
Some things you might not know about her. Oh wow, who are you? And who gave you the license to come speak? You might not know. I know your husband. I'd rather you and I just talk. Okay, what's your name? Armand. How do I know your husband? I don't think you know me, but I know your husband. He's come to my restaurant before. I would like us to talk, just so I can tell you something that you might not know. Some things you might not know about us.
And why would he say that out loud like that? Like that shit is crazy as hell. Something she doesn't know about her husband. And he's like, the way that he's standing, you could see how he's standing among everybody. I'm gonna show you. I just want to show you
something that you might not know. Some things you might not know about us.
He says, look at how he's standing and everybody's standing around and he's saying it. Something she might not know about her husband. And he's standing like that in front of everybody. And look at Phaedra and Drew. Something she doesn't know about her husband. And then if you really were concerned, you would not have even like give any context or anything to Drew or Phaedra. So it's giving paid actor, it's giving that. And then later we found out that Angela said somebody paid him to do it, a guy. So a lot of people think it was Phaedra. A lot of folks think it was Phaedra. They think it was Phaedra. So I don't know. I mean, I've been reading the things and but it is giving, because of the way you came up, you're eating food and talking. And then if it's something really serious, then you're not, I don't know. It was the way he was just too flippant. He was too flippant for me. So anyways, so they're done with that. As soon as they're done with the event, Phaedra calls Portia to tell her. Now, Portia is sitting with Brisket and Cynthia. And Cynthia, you know what? I skipped over Cynthia because Cynthia, that's why Kenya's not fucking with you. I could see why Kenya was mad at you. I could see why Kenya was mad at you. I can see why Kenya was mad at Cynthia. It's not for the interviews. It's for this shit right here. You in this lady's house? That's your friend? You don't have to go to her house. I'm sorry. I don't care what kind of job. Oh, it's Cynthia's job. You don't have to go to her house. You don't. You don't have to go to her house. So Phaedra lets everybody know, lets Portia, Kelly, I keep calling that girl Kelly. Brisket and Cynthia know that some man came up to Angela and told her something about Charles. So here, strawberry shortcake's little cooking debut, and girl, some man comes up saying that he had a word for Angela. What? Your husband is cheating. Oh, no! Get out of here! Who's daddy? I don't know that man. So what did Angela say? She was visibly shaken by it. And Charles was cooking right in front of him. Oh, I know he threw that pot of rice on his ass. Not a pot. So good. Portia. Portia, you don't even know what the fuck they was cooking over there. Talk about, I know he threw that pot of rice on his ass. They was cooking waffles, bananas Foster, and like put it over the waffles or whatever. Girl, that pot of rice. It was too much that could have went wrong. He was cooking with the gas stove. Well, Angela, I would have had to blow it up. The man was escorted out by security. Yeah. Kelly told him to leave. Like Kelly was like, get him out of here. And Kelly told Angela later, she was like, I didn't want you to think that like that was anything. I knew that guy or I had anything to do with it. I did not have anything to do with that. So by kicking him out, and apparently he shows up in the next episode. Ooh. They still got to go to Phaedra's event. Okay, so at Phaedra's event, it's going to be a fashion show. I did not pay attention to it. I did not look at the fashions. I was not paying attention to it at all. I cannot tell you what happened during that part. I was just listening to dialogue, running around the house, listening to dialogue. So I don't know what was going on. Kelly gets there. Drew is locked outside because they're only letting people in, I guess, at a certain time or whatever. Phaedra told everybody to get there by a certain time because they're going to lock the doors. They're going to shut the doors. So by the time Drew gets there, Drew said she was in traffic. She sent Phaedra like a proof that she was stuck in traffic. So they're getting ready for Phaedra's event. And everybody gets there. Everybody's there except for Drew, and they start without Drew. Drew seems like, I don't know if they put on the bottom of the screen how long Drew had been waiting for, because again, I was not really watching. I was just like running around, and she was standing outside for a long time. She was even eating off the damn security guard. The security guard had a plate of food, and she was like, can I have a wing? He gave her a wing. I was like, girl, what is going on outside? So anyways, Portia calls Phaedra to tell her that Londi died. So my cousin died. What? That's how she told her. Listen.
Baby, how you doing? You looking pretty. Thank you. I was just calling to tell you, my cousin, she died. I don't know if you ever met her, Londi. Yeah. Yep. She passed.
It's just, what's her name is really weird. My cousin, she died. You know Londi. Girl, I didn't watch Family Matters, Portia's Family Matters. That's where she was on the most. I think had the most dialogue, but she has been on some episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But we know who Londi was, but it was just the way that Portia said. I don't know. I think Portia is I don't think I think it's all lacking. I think there's no chip there for that kind of empathy. I don't think it's there at all. So it was just very weird. The way that she told her that her cousin died. I mean, you can't tell people how to communicate something, but it gives a lack of empathy. So Phaedra is walking around with her ass out. Literally, it looks. Remember the season where they were doing the donkey booty, stallion booty, or whatever they was calling it, videos? And Kenya came into the event dressed in like this fishnet, and she had these booty pads on and this hat on, acting like she was Phaedra. Oh, I'm this Southern belle. Remember, everybody was like, Kenya is crazy as hell. Remember that? Why does Phaedra have on an outfit that looks like that? I was like, is this lady, do they even realize? Do they even go back? You literally look like what Kenya was mimicking you as back in the day. Wait a minute, I need to find that picture with Lawrence. All Kenya had to do was have on a black hat, and that's what she was fucking looking like. And then here goes Phaedra with the same outfit on when they went when they went to the where did they go? They went somewhere overseas, and Kenya had them booty pads on. Look at Kenya's body. Yes, ma'am. Body, yada yada yada. And then look at Phaedra's outfit. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, let me rewind a little bit. Look at Phaedra.
Go, go, go. Little ass crack. Selling crack. No. Y'all ready, pretty girls? Y'all get ready to give us a walk.
If Phaedra wasn't such a snake in the grass gutter snipe, she would actually be like her aesthetic, what she's trying to go for, like her persona is cool. But we already know that that is all fake, right? She's fucking wearing a costume for everything. But if she wasn't such a snake, she would be like her aesthetic would be cool. Like the mortician being a Scorpio, like the whole thing, but it's just not, it's something missing. It's just something missing because I guess she's just a vile asshole. But I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So they have a thing. Cynthia shows up. She looks nice. Everybody has on black. Everybody looks nice. Shamia, let me look at Shamia's outfit one more time. Oh yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. And so Kelly, not Kelly, Angela has security. Um, and he was like, I want to speak to you. Here she goes. She's explaining.
Your husband. And you did not know who this person was. I know him from a can of paint. Okay, okay. All right. Hello. How are you?
So when Brisket walks in, Kelly does not acknowledge her. She does not look at her. She does not say hi. She doesn't look in her direction. And then when Brisket says, hi, Kelly, Kelly's like, did not speak.
I gotta get to the end of the story. This sounds crazy. Okay.
Did you see her outfit? Like her ass cheeks are literally hanging out from behind.
Hello. How are you? I gotta get to the end of the story. This sounds crazy. Okay.
Listen.
That shoe is beautiful. Gorgeous. Hi, Kelly. You went through a little situation with Kenya, and I bought a whole IV therapist there for you and Mike. You're not bringing flowers or dinner over to my house. You're not even there checking on me and the girls. And all of this over glam, that's not my friend.
Right. All of this over glam. That's how you know she's a shallow bitch. That's how you know she's shallow. Because you're mad because I'm mad that you're using my glam. I'm mad that you're using my glam because you're using them and I don't want you to use them anymore. Get your own glam, get your own videographer, get your own photographer, get your own hairstylist, get your own makeup artist. Like, bitch, what the fuck? So, and that's how shallow she is because it's all outward shit. I'm going through some real shit with my ex-husband, soon to be ex-husband, and you don't text me, call me, or nothing because you're mad that I don't want you to use my glam and you feel like I'm talking shit and now I'm a hater. Now, oh my God, Brisket has another hater, guys. Can you believe it? Everybody wants her. They're obsessed.
We're in the middle of a very interesting story. Oh, well, we're gonna have a lot of stories to tell. Oh, I can't wait to have story time. Okay.
So then they come back. They come back, and they have the fashion show or whatever. Drew is still standing outside. When they come back, I need to hold on. Let me look. I don't know why I keep pausing it. When they come back, Kelly and Brisket get into it. And I want y'all to hear it because I don't quite remember it. But Brisket started blurting out crazy stuff about Kelly. That's why, oh my God, it's really hard to develop friendships it has to be it has to be on a solid foundation, especially as older women. um because on if you ever get to the point where you're mad and this woman starts blurting out that you had abortions when during your marriage, how many abortions, why don't you tell everybody how many abortions you had during your marriage? That's what she said to her after Kelly said that, why don't you ask your pill popping roommate. She didn't refer to him as husband. She referred to him as a roommate. And then that's when Brisket says, well, let's talk about how many abortions you've had during your marriage. Girl, what does that have anything to do with it? Number one, I can do what the fuck if I had 100 abortions during my marriage. Whatever the fuck, girl. Girl, shut the fuck up. Like, that was crazy. And it's crazy that she said that, like, that's where she went. Like, that's where she went, right? Pill popping roommate, she went to hell and said, that's why you had abortions during your marriage or whatever. And everybody was like, girl, what are you doing here? So Angela said she found out who the guy was and is going to be talking to him soon. So I guess she goes and talks to him on the next episode.
She let you in her house? And Portia. Oh my gosh, she let Portia in her house.
And the way she's talking about her, like she's not there. She let Portia in her house. Oh my God.
I did. You can address me. I know that's kind of difficult. I'm so proud of you. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. You don't have to be passive aggressive. I'm not passive. You're a little passive. I'm aggressive. I haven't seen you ever aggressive. Don't play with me.
She said, I haven't seen you ever aggressive. And she turned her body towards her and took a couple steps towards her. Like, I don't like that kind of shit. Like, we're supposed to be friends and you're already like, you're like lightweight running up on me, bitch. I will choke the fuck out of you, bitch. I will make your eyes pop out of your head. Bloop, bloop. Yes, I will. Girl, don't walk up. Like, she literally turned her body and took a couple steps. She was like, oh, I'm aggressive. That's what Kelly said. And then, oh, girl turned around and was like, oh, I haven't seen you be aggressive. Are you trying to, girl, don't play with me. That's what she said. Don't play with me, Brit.
A little passive. I'm aggressive. I haven't seen you ever aggressive. Don't play with me, Brit. Don't play with me. Have that conversation later.
Don't do that. That shit was weird as fuck. I was like, girl, you're nobody's friend. And that bitch is like, kind of like, it's almost like a, I don't want to call it evil. It's like a, I don't know what to call it. It's like a little vindictive, conniving type little energy she has about her. And it's a little like aggravating, agitation, like agitator type shit. Like, here she goes.
It's not difficult. It's not difficult. You don't have to be passive aggressive. I'm not passive. You're a little passive. I'm aggressive. I haven't seen you ever aggressive. Don't play with me, Brit. Don't play with me. Have that conversation later. You guys can have that conversation later. I'm the mighty wolf. No, you're not. It's a persona. You're really insecure. Insecure? Yeah. I'm insecure. But you want to use my team. The team.
And when you think about it, that's literally the description of a narcissist. An insecure. They wear a persona and they're insecure. They're deeply insecure. So it's funny that she's actually saying that to Kelly when literally you embody that very description. And that's literally like, if you want to like whittle everything down for a narcissist, it's an insecure, and their whole that arrogance and confidence is a persona. They're very insecure. And as she's talking to her, Kelly turns her hair like that and starts walking away.
You're really insecure. Insecure? Yeah. I'm insecure. But you want to use my team. You better talk to your motherfucking roommate. You better talk to your pill popping roommate.
You better talk to your pill popping roommate.
Not pill popping roommate. Well, this is getting juicy. Like, what kind of pills? Okay, this just took a turn. I did not see this coming.
Well, the pill she offered me was just a little Advil PM. I didn't get the Propofol Michael Jackson special.
That wasn't necessary, Phaedra.
Things are only off limits. Unless you want to talk about those abortions you had when you was married. What the hell? Bitch, you can't even have a kid. You could never be me, bitch. Nobody wants to be you, you little hobbit. That whore ass bitch. She's a hoe.
Fuck that whore ass bitch. She's a hoe. What's her name? Finally gets in. Drew finally gets in. And then here comes Shamia trying to talk to brisket about what she did, and then she explains to her, and that was pretty much the end of it. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Y'all let me know if I missed anything, but that's pretty much it. I think it's time to go. So I don't know what to say. I feel like these kind of episodes should have been, you don't say these kind of episodes for the end, right? Um, it's just, I don't know. I thought it was weird. The scene with Kelly and Charles having a little cook off, I thought that was a really good scene. I thought that was a really good scene. And I wasn't really interested in anything. I'm not really interested in Phaedra at all. The fact that Phaedra was there for 10 days, just 10 days. And then that I don't even like the fact that she has a peach. That is so weird. She should have been brought in as a friend, not as a main person to have a peach in the beginning. Because why does Phaedra have I feel like that's like a kind of like a slap in the face type shit. Because Phaedra, why isn't Cynthia there? Why is Phaedra on like as a principal and not like a friend, which is weird. Anyways, so here goes Shamia talking to Brit.
See my girl, and you going around talking shit on me? That's why I didn't call her for her court case. It's that simple.
I feel like whatever. I mean, do what you want to do.
I can't support somebody that's hating on me, and that shouldn't mean being a.
Everybody is not hating on you, and that's not you being a real bitch. Like that mind frame, like I'm a real bitch, people are hating on me, I have haters, you're obsessed, like that whole little package is weird. Like that personality, that archetype. There's so many women running around thinking they're real, thinking they're a bad bitch, thinking that they have haters. Like whenever you hear people, because I see content creators, there's every now and again you'll get one to be like, I got the haters and this and that. Girl, go away from me. Don't nobody hate on you. Ain't nobody hating on you. And if anybody is, it's because you have a fucked up attitude. You're a fucked up person. That's probably why they don't like you. That's probably why they hate you, right? Nobody's hating on you as a way of, because they're like, they don't understand and they want to be jealous and they're just hating on you because they're jealous. Nobody's jealous of you. What is it that you possess that anybody else can go buy? What you possess, somebody can buy it. You understand that? You don't possess anything authentic that somebody, if they did copy you, they would be a bootleg. You're not an authentic broad. Look at you. You're all made up. And that's all that there is to you. Nothing deep about you. Nothing deep about you. You're all glam squad. That's all you are, and a filter and a clogged nose. That's it. A weak bitch who thinks everybody is a hater. And it's crazy that you're on a television show and then want to say that people are obsessed with you. So to me, I feel like while you say you want people to talk about you, you want to be front and center, but then when those people are talking about you, you say they're obsessed with you. You're on a television show. It's weird.
And that should mean being a real ass bitch.
And people who just like her for the same reason they like, that's why her and Portia are over there buddy, because the same people who like her and find something likable about her is only because of what's on the outside. People have to say she's a pretty girl because everything else they're going to say is going to be trash about you because you're a trash individual with a trash ass personality. That's from my perspective. That's how I see it.
Take that back to the Sesame Street that you got.
You getting the yellow for Big Bird?
No, I'm down with Big Bird.
Come over here because I need to tell y'all what's going on with Portia.
Okay, so then Phaedra tells everybody that Londi died, and that's why Portia wasn't there. Okay, so that was the end of the episode, y'all. So y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.